So where do I begin on this allotment journey? I mean, I am slightly overwhelmed right now. As you know, I've already secured my allotment plot, which is 96 square meters. So I'm anticipating to cover, I would say 3/4 of it maybe, or two, three, oh, I don't know how much, but I've just been looking at these pallet, are they called like pallet collars? They're called kitchen gardening B&Q. So I can get a 120 by 80, that's £25, or I can get 100 and no, not 100. I can get an 80 by 60, which is £18, or I could just get some rough wood. But that's the trouble. Where do I just get rough wood from? Would it work out a better price and longer lasting getting this? Or would I just, for my first allotment, be just as well just to find some old sort of scrappy wood planks or something? Look at the selection of fruit and veg and flowers and things. Oh, I'm excited but slightly overwhelmed. Nasturtiums. I know I need nasturtium. I think these are good for things as well. I have no idea what they're good for, but I know they're good for something. I'm going to need help and advice, guys. I'm going to need help, advice and support. But I've come in looking for ground sheet because I suppose that's the first thing I have to start with, isn't it? Is the ground sheet. So I'm going to keep looking and I shall keep you posted. Bye for now. I think I've just found my favourite ever looking secateurs gardening gloves and a trowel. Oh, and a fork. Oh, look at that though, fluorescent pink. That's got to be a bit of me. It would be absolutely rude not to come to B&Q and have a look at what the flowers they've got on offer. Oh, I'm definitely going to get a lavender for the plot. But do I get this one, which I've known this, is this French lavender? They are healthy plants here. How much is that? 2 for £13 or £7.50 a pot. That's not bad. Or a lavender, lots of different lavender that I suppose I could put that into like a line, a hedge kind of thing. I do love lavender, and I know the bees love lavender, so lavender is a definite for the plot. Oh, look, I've just spotted what I'm looking for. Weed fabric. Weed control and landscape fabric. That's exactly what I've come for. Right, let's have a little look at this now. Oh my goodness, which is the most suitable fabric for your garden project? Usage, beds and borders, walkway and underdecking, patios. Oh, okay. So under beds and borders, 50 gram per square metre. Tear resistant, ultraviolet weed control. Walkways and underdecking, right, so I need that as well. So that's 80 gram per square metre. Oh, this is a learning curve. Follow these 5 steps to lay your landscaping fabric. I mean, guys, I know nothing. Remove weeds, rake and clear level ground, lay fabric and cut to size. Cut an X shape for plants to grow through. Secure with pegs. Cover with 50 ml of gravel, sand or bark. Well, I'm going to hopefully be able to source some bark. I think bark is what I'm going to use on my pathways. I'm sorry if there's music. I'm trying to talk over it. Okay, we've got lots of options, lots of choices. 2 metre by 50 metre. So if I've got a 96 metre square plot, well, it's not quite square, but you know what I mean, a 96 metre square plot. How much am I going to need? Right, let me do a bit of maths. I'll get back to you with what I've decided. Okay, I'm back after a little bit of deliberation. This doesn't seem so plasticky. I do not want to get, oh, you can't see me. I don't want to get the plasticky stuff. This is definitely fabric. It is 1 metre by 30, which is going to be for pathways, and it is 80 gram per square meter, which is for a start off to get me going, because I'm only going to do a quarter of a plot at a time, and I think that is telling me that that is £35, which you let me know. Is that an okay price, or is that out of the water? Should I look at online and get it delivered? Question. Okay, so here's another question. I've just spotted that they do have a soil improver manure. Now, I can get hold of some well-rotted cow manure that I can just take a couple of bags and go and fill it up and put that in my plot. Which is better, this that has already been done, or do I go and get the well-rotted cow manure, which is full of straw and what have you? Do I use that instead? Which obviously to me would be free. It would just be a case of going to pick it up, which is about a 15-mile round trip to where I can get it from. Sorry, I've got so many questions, but I'm just trying to take it steady, and I'm trying to not get too excited. I love it really though. Rhododendrons are absolutely beautiful. I'm definitely going to have to have a pink rhododendron on the plot. Definitely. A water butt, I'm obviously going to need a water butt. Now, am I going to need a 210 litre water butt, which is coming out at £38? Or do I get a 100 litre slimline water butt at, no, see, I'm convincing myself out of that now. Why would I get 100 for 28 when I can get a 210 for a tenner more? And also, you're going to always need the bigger one on your allotment, aren't you? Now, if I haven't got a shed on the allotment, how do I get it filled? Just leave the lid off and put some net on the top and hope for rainwater? Because it's going to be a while down the line before I can get a shed, I think. Questions again. Sorry, more questions. I need lots of help, puns. I need lots of help. Look at these. These are Signetti magenta. Look, they almost look fluorescent. I really am going to have an absolute pink plot. I might as well just call my plot 14, the pink one. It's going to be pink. Although I'm going to have fruit veg, don't get me wrong, but I just keep getting drawn to the flowers and the pink of everything. Flowers, few flower beds, but mostly fruit and veg. Definitely fruit and veg. But I've just come back in to show you what I'm just going to pick up today. I've got a lot of information on the weed fabric, but not the plastic one, the fabric one. And then I've picked myself up a half price something or other. I just like the colours on this one, so I've picked this one up. This will probably go in my home garden. And then I picked up a sage to go on the allotment. I've got mint at home already, and I've got rosemary at home that I can split and pop in pots and take to the allotment. So those are my little B&Q buys for just now, with a lot of information gathered and hopefully a lot more help and advice from you guys. Bye for now.